Hey, good morning, guys. Charles Williams here from CW Consulting. Another episode of Parking Lot Thoughts. This Thursday I'm going to be presenting at IdeaCon out in Schaumburg. My session is on social emotional learning, and so this morning I wanted to bring something to you. It's funny. I think when I was sharing this with my wife, and there's a whole component about building the capacity for SEL in adults and teachers. And she just kind of looked at me and she said, we do this work. Nobody's ever talked about teachers. And it makes sense. I think so often we focus on our kids, which we should be. And we try to figure out how can we get kids to be in a certain place? How do we get kids to move? But we don't think about, are the adults in the building, are the staff in the building, in a place to be able to get our kids to do those things. So we need to be able to focus on the capacity and the capabilities of our adults to be able to do something. And so, this morning I want to just share something with you. And one of the very first components of that is just being self-aware, right? So taking a step back and realizing, where am I at? Where am I at emotionally, mentally when dealing with a situation? Because you cannot regulate yourself if you're not at least aware of where you're at. And it's so important, especially in dealing with other people, especially in dealing with kids, that you're able to step back and say, where am I at? How am I feeling right now? And so you could regulate that, because if you can't do that, you can't expect others, especially for your students, to do that. So if you want to learn more, come out and see me. We're going to go into it a little more in depth. But other than that, just start practicing some ways to be aware of where you're at. My suggestion is some morning meditation. It works out great. I hope that you guys have a magnificent Monday. I'll talk to you soon. Take care.